Hey there, world travelers. I'm back here with another video to help you with another very specific passport-related question that we get a lot. How do you renew or replace a passport if you're not currently in the United States? Well, before we get into it, be sure to hit like and subscribe so we can keep providing tips like this to viewers just like you to make sure everybody can get where they need to go and have the documentation they need to do it. If you're applying for a passport anywhere outside of the United States, a U.S. territory, or a U.S. military base, that means you're going to have to visit a U.S. consulate or a U.S. embassy in the country where you currently are and follow these steps. Now, there is one exception, and that's if you're in Canada. We'll get to that in a minute. If you're renewing your passport, you're going to fill out Form DS-82 just like you would if you were in the United States. You can use a fillable PDF like we walk through here in our guide. You can also use the online form filler provided by the U.S. Department of State, or you can do it the old school way, print it out and fill it out with black ink. Just make sure that if you're doing it by hand, there's nothing on there that you're typing in, and vice versa. If you're typing things in, you can't go back later and fill things out and correct things in pen. It's either one or the other. The same goes if you are filling out Form DS-11. Now that's if you're trying to get a passport for a minor, if your passport was lost, stolen, severely damaged, or somehow it expired more than 5 years ago. Now, if you're abroad and in that situation, you're going to want to stay tuned for how to get that passport in an emergency situation. Technically, you shouldn't be in another country without a valid U.S. passport. One other caveat, if you're filling out DS-11, do not sign it at the bottom. You're going to do that when you go to the consulate or embassy for your passport appointment. DS-82, however, sign away. The next thing you're going to need is your U.S. citizenship evidence. So if you're renewing a passport with DS-82, your passport is that proof. If you're using Form DS-11, that means you still need to prove your U.S. citizenship. So you can do that with a birth certificate, a naturalization certificate, a certified record of birth abroad, or any other citizenship document as long as you can provide an original and a certified copy. You're going to want to make sure you have both. The other consideration for Form DS-11 is you need some kind of government-issued photo ID. You're going to want to bring the original and a photocopied front and back copy of that ID. If you're renewing, your passport fulfills this requirement for you. And then there's one more requirement for DS-11 applicants. That means you need to have some kind of form that identifies the special circumstances by which you need to use DS-11 in the first place. So that means if your passport was lost or stolen, if you're applying for a passport for a minor, there are some extra documents you're going to need to fill out, and you can check them out in the link in the description where we have all of our passport forms ready to go for you. Regardless of what form you're using, you're going to need some fresh passport photos. You can't use your old ones. Sorry. So whether you do it yourself or you get a professional to take those photos for you, the end result is you end up with a 2-inch by 2-inch square photo with your head prominently displayed without any distracting glasses, jewelry, adornments on your face that cause shadows or get in the way, and you make sure you're on a very neutral white background. For more, we have a complete guide. Check out the links in the description to make sure your photos are perfect. So once you have all that, you're ready to schedule an appointment at the nearest embassy or consulate. You're going to bring all those materials with you and submit your application. Again, the exception here is Canada. We'll get to that in a minute. Once submitted, you're ready to sit back and track your status. There's a link in the description for the site that gives you that tracking information. But as part of the application process, you can sign up for email updates, so you will get updated every time something changes with the status of your new passport application. Now, before we get into Canada, if you are in an emergency situation, meaning you need a passport within the next 14 days, you're going to need to apply for an emergency limited validity passport at your nearest embassy or consulate. Processing times are going to vary depending on where you have to go to get it, but this will end up giving you a passport that's usually valid for about 1 year. That's going to be enough to get you back to the United States, or then you can immediately apply to get a full validity passport so this doesn't happen again. All right, so as promised, here's what you do if you're trying to renew your passport in Canada. You actually have an extra option, and that's to renew by mail. You can't do this anywhere else in the world other than the United States, or if you're in a U.S. territory. And if you have the time, we strongly suggest you take advantage. It's a lot more convenient than trying to get to an embassy. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill out Form DS-82, you're going to sign it, you're going to include your current passport, and you're going to mail it to the applicable address that you're going to see on your form, depending on what type of application you're submitting. If you're expediting, which means you're trying to get your passport sooner, usually around 2-3 weeks from now, there's a very specific address you need to send it to. Otherwise, there's another address you send it to for routine processing. So again, check your DS-82 form for the most up-to-date addresses for that. Since you're in Canada, you're going to use Canada Post to send it. Totally fine. Once everything is processed, Your passport and your supporting documents will be returned to you by U.S. priority mail. Unfortunately, you cannot pay for expedited shipping like you can if you were in the United States. So you're going to have to wait a couple business days for everything to come back after the passport has been issued. Now, most people are going to pay by check or money order, but if you're paying from Canada, there's also an opportunity to go to pay.gov, and you can make your payment digitally there for your passport renewal. But here's the catch. If you're paying on pay.gov digitally, then you have to actually send your materials to a different location. That's either the Canadian Embassy in Ottawa, or you can send it to the Canadian consulate. If you pay on pay.gov and then you mail your application to a US address, you're going to end up with an issue. They're going to assume you haven't paid because those wires aren't going to cross the way they're supposed to in their system. One other consideration, any first-time applicants or minors, meaning anyone under the age of 16, they have to apply in person at the Canadian Embassy or Canadian consulate. They cannot renew by mail. So again, that means an in-person appearance. This cannot be done digitally. It cannot be done through the post. So let's get to the biggest hang-up most people have when they're applying for a passport or a passport renewal while abroad. A lot of times, the documentation you need is stateside, while you and everything else may not be. So how do you get around that? You have a couple options here as a workaround. The first is if you have somebody back home who can find the documents you need and mail them to you, that's probably the best option. Make sure you're picking a secure shipment method. Make sure you are protecting those documents, whether it be with cardboard or Tyvek envelopes, something to make sure everything is going to end up where it's supposed to be. These are identifying documents after all. The other option is you can apply to get certified copies of these things. So in most states and counties, you can submit a request either digitally or via email or with a phone call to get your records sent to you. And it'll cost a little bit more to get them sent to you abroad. But again, if this is what's holding up you getting a passport renewed in time, it's worth it. But here's the thing, you might actually have the evidence you need, you may just not realize it. So check the link in the description for the documentation that the State Department accepts as proof of your US citizenship before you go ordering something new. You do have one other option. You can request a file search by the US government where they will actually go and find your citizenship evidence for you. This works if you've previously had a passport, which if you're renewing abroad, you have, or if you've gotten a certified record of birth abroad. If either of those two things exist, the file search can get you that citizenship evidence. Now, if the records are from before 1994, you got to pay $150 for that service. If your records are from after 1994, the service is free. So depending on your circumstance, that actually may be the most convenient option. Just be aware you're adding an extra step to the application process, which could potentially lead to delays or a little bit of a slower turnaround time. Keep that in mind. So just remember, if you're abroad and you need to get a passport renewed or you need to get one replaced, your embassy or your consulate needs to be your first point of contact. They will let you know what you need to do for an appointment. They will go over all this information to make sure you have what you need. Now, if you're in Canada, mail it. Save yourself the time, save yourself the trip. So you should be all set. No matter where you are in the world, you should be able to get the US passport you need just by following these simple steps. If you need help filling out Form DS-82, click here. If you need help filling out Form DS-11, click here. And as always, come back and check us out at uspassportserviceguide.com for all your travel document needs. Safe travels.